I've arrived at the fishing spot, fellas. I'm gonna go down and flick for some estuary perch, maybe a redfin. I'm hoping there's a few carp around in now that it's cooled off and it's winter. We've had a lot of water. It's gonna probably be pretty brown, but I'm feeling confident. Last time I fished here after a rain, I caught a lot of estuary perch, so I'm really hoping to get into a few today. And if I do, remember to like the video, subscribe to Juz Adventures, and let's get on the Water's Edge, legends. I'm not sure if any of you remember the video I caught my silver perch in. This was the spot, so there is a chance of another silver perch, but I really doubt it. But if I can get one, I'll be over the moon. I'm actually going to start in probably the same spot I actually caught it from, so I'm going to make my way straight there, keep you updated, and I'll show you what I'm throwing, which I already have tied on. It's just a hard body. We're going to have a lot of planes flying over today, but I'm going to try my best to only film between the planes so I don't get too much background noise. Let's get on the water, legends. The water's definitely brown. I'm going to flick a bit of this structure here from the backside, I reckon. It's definitely browner than I'd hope for, but hopefully that pushes the fish up onto the structure. The water must be so cold at the moment. It's going to be a bit hard to film with the sun, but this is where I always get my estuary perch. There's usually a lot to school up around here because there's a lot of weed. I'll see if I can get closer for you to see it. I don't know if you can see it all there floating, but it's all just below the surface, and usually the perch love to sit right on that edge. So I'm going to flick this hard body around a little bit. It's the same colour I got them on when it was dirty last time I came with my mate who fell in just up there. Cold? Did you leave your rod in there or what?
Look it out.
Watch your ciggies and phone's wet.
They are.
Throw it out your pocket from now. You don't need to rush to get on the bank. You're not going to drown. How refreshing, though. I almost wish I went in. Bacon did the same thing yesterday. It was funny. Oh, he's in again. You need a hand?
I'll get out. There we go.
You know what the best part is? You're still going to catch a fish there. But if you didn't watch that video, wait till the end and it'll be pinned. So go back and watch that one when this finishes. Let's try get a few, eh? I believe this time of year the estuary perch try to make their way to the salt water, but I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure they spawn in the winter. Looking for estuary. While I'm waiting, I'm just going to chuck on a piece of bread on my other rod and let it sit out in the middle. Maybe a carp will swim through. If not, I don't mind. Let that sit there for a bit. I just kicked this pile of dirt. Unknown to me. The biggest worm I've ever seen in my life, man. Especially around here. I think it's massive. I might see if there's a few more. It was already dug up from an animal. Is that a worm there? No. Something had already dug it up. So I just kicked the loose dirt and that come out. We'll get him on the hook. Got another little one. Another one. Come on. This might be an estuary perch. It is. I was just teabagging the tree with my worm. It just shows you they're sitting in there. I just can't get them to bite on a lure. They're definitely around. Maybe I should chuck on a soft plastic and teabag the bottom. I might do that. Not the biggest of estuary perch, 24 centimeters. He's a little butterball. He's pretty chunky, and he came out from that snag out in the middle over there. I casted my bait in the middle, and as it came over the branch, I let it sink again and he smashed it. I'll get a quick close-up of him before I let him go, and I'll change to a lure and see if I can get him to bite now in the afternoon. Wish me luck. There we go. A little estuary perch. It happened to be on bait, unfortunately. I was throwing lures for a good few hours. No bites. Put bait on and pulled this out, so I only dug the worm on the way in here. You've probably seen it. I kicked a bit of dirt. The worm popped up out of the ground and I put it on. So we'll quickly let him go and we'll hopefully get an upgrade, legends. Yee! I was expecting a donut today, so to pull anything out today is pretty good. Let's get him back though. He's probably ready to spawn. Very high bank, but I'm going to throw him in. See you, mate. Gone. My worm is back in. He never took my bait, and I only have one worm left, so I threw it back in, and I'm hoping to get a fish. But while I wait for that, I might put that worm on this rod, and then put my lure on that rod, and run a drop shot wacky rig. Come on. Unfortunately, that was my last worm, right in the side of the lip, circle hook. A little bit better than the last one, but still not a great fish. There's got to be more around. I might quickly put a lure on. This fish is so cold, but he's 27 centimeters. It's not crazy bad, but would have been happy with 1 over 30. 27's not bad. We'll let him go though. See you, mate. We're running out of daylight. Quickly put on a soft plastic. I might get snagged, I might not. I'm just going to drag it out along the bottom. That's where the fish seem to be. 2 on bait, none on lures today. Very surprising. I would have preferred a grub, but all I had tied on was Slim Swims and a 1/8 jig head from when I was fishing Docklands recently. The sun's going down, fellas. Time to get out of here. Hopefully yous enjoyed. It was a bit of a slow session, but yous got a tip or two, and hopefully yous can get out and give it a fish yourself, legends. Maribyrnong River fishing.